Good morning, Carmine here, and we're in our daily smart circuit. 3 exercises with a specific goal to each exercise. For today's purposes, you will need your body and you will need 10 pounds of resistance. So I showed you guys this in another workout. It's a sort of kettlebell dumbbell hybrid. If you have a 10-pound dumbbell or a 10-pound kettlebell, both will serve the purposes for this workout. The first thing that we need to be successful within this movement is our Russian twist position. So this is a position often used and often used incorrectly. With a Russian twist, what we want to do is take a seated position with our legs parallel. We don't want our knees to drift out, very common. Feet out, knees out. That's part of the natural eccentricities that the body's moved to when you're using your body incorrectly. So you will actively have to keep those knees together. The second thing is to maintain posture, to keep your chest high throughout the position. So if you take a look, if I keep my knees together, my legs are gently bent, and I come to a high chest position, something else also interesting also happens. My shoulders move behind my hips, and then my abs are immediately and naturally engaged. So shoulders over hip, my spine is supporting my body weight, shoulders behind hips, abs are engaging my body weight. So the Russian twist is only going to be used in the second movement, and we're also going to do a movement working from the knees, which is more challenging. So let's start right away with the motion from the Russian twist. So we're going to do single-sided motions. We'll pick a rep count. You want the rep count to be somewhat taxing, fatiguing, and for those of you ladies out there, 10 pounds might be a little bit tough to start this one with. You might be better off with 5 or 8. For purposes of doing it the first time, especially the first circuit, the first smart circuit, maybe start with 5 or 8. So I'm going to take my Russian twist position. I'm going to maintain that excellent position. What I'm going to do is with one arm in a nice position, I'm going to keep my hand over my elbow, away from my body, and I'm going to press nice and slow. Now, when it comes to this resistance, it is even more important than usual for me to go nice and slow. And the reason is this just simply is not a heavy weight for me to lift. However, if I'm staying in a great range of motion, the fatigue will come. And if you use your shoulder right, it's a small muscle group, so it's not meant to move a lot of weight many times. So purposes of demonstration, I just did 15 reps there. I'm going to rotate, sort of imitate the position on this side, so I'm in my good Russian twist. And I'm going to press for 15 as well here. So hard to see it, but my shoulders are behind my hips, and that means that my stomach is engaged throughout. I feel myself a little bit, even with my good posture techniques and good body mechanics, wanting to let my knees come out, and you're going to fight that. The worse your body mechanics, the more they're going to want that to happen, and your job is to keep these parallel. So there's 15 there. So we're going to get that out of the way and come to a more full body motion. So I work a lot from the high plank. This is a motion that I have used before with you guys. What we're going to do is and do one side at a time, just like we did with the other motion. So I finished with the left hand, I started with the right. Strictly speaking, as a good habit, if you're righty dominant, start with your left hand and use that rep count and match it on the dominant side. That helps balance out your strength and take away some of that dominance that exists. But I accidentally started on the right side, so that's the way. I'm going to go to the second motion. So second motion is from the high plank, rotating into your side plank. So there's two ways to do this. If you look through my legs, and I know the lighting isn't fantastic, I can leave enough space so that my feet turn sideways, or I can keep my feet together and I can come up to the plank with stacked feet. A little more challenging. So I'm going to keep my feet stacked even though I'm wearing socks. So I'm going to push up, rotate, push up, rotate. You want your hips to turn sideways. You want a dog to jump in front of you. There are lots of challenges to exercise. One of them is a golden doodle and having to look at his butthole. So I knocked out 12. They were a little more challenging than I thought, mostly because of the dog. And I immediately move into 12 on the other side. So I use the push-up to propel myself, to rotate, and come to side plank. And in the side plank, you want to be shoulder over shoulder. Last one. Good. Oh, good boy, Dusty. So working from the knees. Again, very focused on keeping great posture here. And I've been doing everything right side first. However you feel comfortable holding the 10 pounds, you're going to hold it at shoulder distance. You're going to turn to the right thigh, hold, return to center. So your shoulders are getting a lot of work here. So even at 8 repetitions there, since I've been working consecutively without rest, my deltoids were really cooked holding that, and it's tough. It's much tougher than a motion where you come to a rest and then you return. So we're going to do 8 on the other side as well. In this lateral position, just to get a look at it from a different view, I have a gentle bend to the arms, but I'm really focusing on staying straight up, and that means that you should be very light back here. You're almost completely balanced all on your knees. Good boy, Dusty. And here's the 8 on the other side. As I make this turn, I try to make the hold at the side pronounced. That's going to create a better ab contraction and make everything more effective. So those are the 3 motions. You want to repeat them with good form to at least 20 minutes. As I said, 10's rather challenging for a couple of these motions, especially for the females who might be repeating this workout. So maybe go down to the 5s for your first time through. If you were using a dumbbell, you'd just be holding the ends of it, like 2 end caps. and make sure that it lasts 20 minutes. Try to work with enough pace and with little enough rest that you stay breathless throughout. And as you become more conditioned, work to the tougher modifications. So I was doing a push-up with my side plank, but other variations are just rotating into a side plank without a push-up. From an elbow plank, simply opening up an elbow. Just opening up an elbow. The Russian twist would be the thing I would focus on most. It's extremely effective and usually done incorrectly. So with your Russian twist, again, legs are extended, there's a light bend to them. My chest is very high, my shoulders are behind my hips, and I'm really rotated up. Most people want to be here in a Russian twist, and this is a very ineffective position. And more work is going to happen in the posterior and not enough in the anterior. So, good luck with the workout. Please forward the workout to anybody who you feel like could benefit from it. This workout is meant to be used either as a wake-up workout, in which you might just do one set like I do, or it can also be used as your solo form, your sole form of exercise. But in that format, goal should be to stretch it from 20 minutes up into 35 to 40 minutes, ideally. And be sure that throughout the workout that your heart rate feels elevated, and at points it feels quite elevated. So good luck with your fitness day today. I hope you have your food planning set up. Please, I'm available to you through all social media. I haven't really set up a format for putting those things out, but most of you are seeing these on either my Facebook or my Twitter feeds right now. So I will become more available, and this will become more formalized as time goes on, but right now I'm just trying to get some information out to you guys and hopefully getting some people moving and getting started. So good luck, and have a great day.